Every month your bank account feels lighter, like a silent thief is stealing your money while you sleep. You stare at the screen, see a line of numbers, and wonder why the balance drops even though you haven't bought anything new. It's a feeling that many of us share, and the truth is that hidden subscriptions are the culprits, draining hundreds of dollars a year without you even noticing. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through a foolproof 3-step method that will let you uncover every recurring charge, cancel the ones you never use, and set up a simple routine that keeps your finances clean forever. Stay with me, because the final step will change the way you think about money forever. I remember the day I realized I was paying for 3 streaming services I never opened. I had signed up for a free trial, forgotten to cancel, and months later the charges kept appearing on my statement. It felt like a betrayal, but it also sparked a curiosity that led me to develop a system that wipes out those ghost expenses in a single afternoon. The reason subscriptions pile up is simple. We love the convenience of set and forget. Free trial traps lure us in, and most of us don't have a single dashboard that shows everything we're paying for. By the end of this video, you will have a clear inventory of every recurring charge, a step-by-step cancellation script you can copy-paste, and a prevent future drift routine that takes less than 5 minutes a month. Let's start by finding every hidden subscription you're paying for today. The first thing you need is a bank statement sweep. Open your most recent credit card statement on your computer or phone. Look for any merchant names that repeat month after month. You might see names you don't recognize at first glance, like Digital Media Services or Online Fitness Club. Use the search function in your PDF viewer and type in words like subscription, monthly, renewal, or even the word charge. Highlight each line that appears more than once. This simple visual scan often reveals the biggest money leaks. Next, move to your email inbox. Most subscription services send a receipt or a renewal reminder. In Gmail or Outlook, type receipt, subscription, or renewal into the search bar. You'll get a list of confirmation emails that you may have forgotten about. Scan through them and note the service name, the amount, and the billing date. If you see an email from a service you haven't used in months, that's a prime candidate for cancellation. If you prefer a more automated approach, there are dedicated apps that can pull your transaction data and categorize recurring payments for you. Tools like Truebill, Mint, and Bobby each have their own strengths. Truebill can even automate the cancellation process for many services, while Mint gives you a visual overview of your spending trends. Bobby is a lightweight option that simply tracks your subscriptions without accessing your bank. Keep in mind, though, that you don't need any of these apps to succeed. They're just shortcuts if you want them. For those who like to keep things manual, a simple spreadsheet works wonders. Create a new Google Sheet with columns for service, cost, billing date, and last used. As you uncover each subscription, fill in the row. This not only gives you a clear picture, but also makes it easy to sort by cost or date. I've included a template in the description that you can copy and start using right away. Now that you have a list, it's time for a quick win. Pick the subscription that costs the most, or the one you're absolutely sure you never use. Let's say you have a gym membership you haven't visited in over 6 months. Call the gym's customer service line, or better yet, log into your online account and look for a cancel button. Most companies will ask why you're leaving. A simple, "I'm no longer using the service," works fine.
Cancel it on the spot, and you'll see an immediate reduction in your monthly outflow.
At this point you might be thinking, this is great, but what about the dozens of smaller charges that are harder to track? That's exactly why we move to the second step, consolidating and automating the cancellation process. Take each line from your spreadsheet and copy the service name into a search engine along with the word cancel. You'll often find a direct link to the cancellation page, a phone number, or a community forum where users share the exact steps. For many digital services, you can cancel directly from the app settings menu under subscriptions. If you encounter a service that requires you to call, have your account number and the last 4 digits of the card you used ready. Write a short script. "Hello, I'd like to cancel my subscription effective immediately. My account number is..."
Having this script ready saves you from fumbling and makes the call feel professional.
Here's where the method really shines. Once you've canceled the obvious ones, set a calendar reminder for the first day of each month. When the reminder pops up, open your spreadsheet, check the billing dates, and verify that no new charges have appeared. If you see a new line you don't recognize, repeat the detection steps. This 5-minute monthly ritual prevents drift and keeps your finances tight. It's a habit that takes less time than scrolling through social media, and the peace of mind is priceless.
If you're finding this valuable, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep exploring together.
I love hearing how these strategies work for you, so share your thoughts in the comments below. What hidden subscriptions have you uncovered? Your experience might help someone else break free from the same cycle. Now that you have the tools to locate, cancel, and prevent unwanted subscriptions, you're ready to take control of your money. In the next segment, we'll dive into the final step, setting up a proactive budgeting system that not only stops leaks, but also helps you allocate the money you've saved toward
Goals that truly matter.
Stay tuned, because the transformation that follows is something you'll want to experience. Now let's shift gears and talk about the part that turns a one-time cleanup into a lasting financial upgrade.
Imagine you've just cleared out a handful of hidden fees, and you see a tidy extra amount landing in your account each month.
That money is not just a number on a screen. It's a lever you can pull to move your whole financial picture forward. The key is to give it a purpose before it disappears back into the noise of everyday spending. First, create a simple allocation map. Take a fresh sheet of paper or a new tab in your spreadsheet and draw 3 columns. In the first column, list the categories you care about most, things like emergency fund, travel dreams, home improvements, or even a hobby you've been putting off. In the second column, write the amount you saved from canceling those unused services. In the third column, decide how much of that saved amount you want to direct toward each goal every month. The numbers don't have to be perfect. The act of assigning a destination gives the money a job, and that job keeps it from slipping back into the abyss of unnoticed charges. If you're comfortable with digital tools, there are a few that can automate this process without feeling like a chore. A budgeting app that lets you set up envelopes or buckets can automatically move the saved amount into the right place on payday. You can also set up a recurring transfer in your online banking portal, just a few clicks, and the bank will shift the funds from your checking account into a separate savings account or a dedicated investment vehicle. The beauty of this approach is that it runs on autopilot, so you never have to remember to move the money manually. It's a tiny habit that compounds into a massive shift over time. Now, let's talk about the mindset shift that makes this system stick. When you first start, you might feel a little uneasy about moving money into a goal you haven't reached yet. That's normal. The brain loves immediate gratification, and a future-oriented goal can feel abstract. To bridge that gap, create a visual reminder of what you're working toward. It could be a photo of the beach you want to visit, a picture of the house you hope to buy, or even a simple chart that shows your progress bar filling up each month. Place that visual somewhere you'll see it daily, on your phone, wallpaper, on the fridge, or as a sticky note on your laptop.
Each time you glance at it, you'll feel a small surge of motivation, reinforcing the habit of allocating those saved dollars.
Another powerful technique is the zero-based budget approach. In this method, every dollar you earn is assigned a specific purpose, whether it's a bill, a savings goal, or a fun expense. At the end of the month, your income minus your expenses should equal 0, meaning you've accounted for every single cent. When you incorporate the money you've freed up from canceled subscriptions, you simply add those amounts into the categories you've already defined. It's a clean, transparent way to see exactly where your money is going, and it eliminates the mystery that often leads to accidental renewals. You might be wondering how to keep track of all this without feeling overwhelmed. The answer lies in a quick weekly check-in that takes less than 5 minutes. Pick a day, maybe Sunday evening or Monday morning, open your allocation map, and glance at the numbers. Did any new subscriptions sneak in? Did a goal reach a milestone? Celebrate the wins, however small, and adjust the allocations if your priorities shift. This ritual is the safety net that catches any drift before it becomes a new waste. It's also a moment of reflection that reinforces the sense of control you've built over your finances. Now, let's bring this home with a real-world example. Meet Sofia, A freelance graphic designer who used to juggle 3 streaming platforms, a premium music service, and a language learning app she never opened. After running the detection steps, she discovered she was spending close to $200 a month on services she barely used.
By following the cancellation script, she stopped those payments in a single afternoon. The next step was to decide what to do with that $200 each month. She split it 3 ways. 1/3 went into an emergency fund, another third into a travel jar for a trip to Barcelona,
and the final third into a small investment account that automatically bought fractional shares of a diversified fund.
Within 6 months, she had built a cushion that covered 3 months of living expenses, booked her flight, and watched her investment balance grow. The visual reminder of a postcard of Barcelona on her desk kept her motivated, and the weekly check-in made sure no new subscriptions slipped through the cracks.
Sofia's story isn't unique. It's a blueprint you can adapt to your own life. At this point, you might be asking, what if I don't have a lot of extra money right now?
The answer is simple. Start small.
Even a $10 monthly saving can be redirected toward a goal, and the habit of moving money deliberately will compound as your savings grow.
The psychological impact of seeing a dedicated fund increase, no matter how modest, builds confidence and encourages you to look for more opportunities to trim waste.
Over time, those tiny levers become powerful engines of financial freedom. Let's also address a common fear: the idea that canceling a service will lock you out of a future benefit or cause you to miss out on a promotion. The reality is that most services allow you to resubscribe later, often with the same pricing or even a welcome back discount. By keeping a short note of the services you cancel, along with any login credentials, you maintain the option to return if your needs change. This way, you're not losing anything permanently. You're simply pausing the expense until it truly adds value to your life. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever discovered a hidden subscription that was draining your account?
What did you do with the money you saved? Share your story in the comments below.
Because your experience could be the spark someone else needs to finally take control of their finances.
And if you're finding these steps useful, consider giving this video a thumbs up.
It helps the algorithm know that this kind of content is valuable, and it lets me keep bringing you practical, no-fluff strategies. Before we wrap up, let's recap the 3 pillars of the system we've built together. First, you identified every recurring charge using bank statements, email searches, and a simple spreadsheet. Second, you executed a streamlined cancellation process, armed with a ready-made script and a methodical approach to each service. Third, you set up a proactive budgeting routine that assigns every saved dollar a purpose, automates the allocation, and includes a brief weekly review to keep everything on track. By mastering these 3 steps, you've turned a chaotic list of hidden fees into a clear,
actionable plan that not only saves money, but also propels you toward the goals that matter most. If you want to take this a step further, think about integrating a spare change habit into your routine.
Every time you receive a small amount of cash, perhaps a tip, a refund, or a gift, drop it into a jar labeled Future Fund. Over time, those tiny contributions add up and give you an extra boost for larger projects or unexpected expenses. It's a simple psychological trick. Seeing a physical jar fill up reinforces the feeling of progress,
making the abstract idea of saving feel concrete.
Another advanced tip is to review your credit card rewards and cashback programs. Some cards offer higher returns on categories like groceries, travel, or streaming services. If you've canceled a streaming service, you might reallocate that budget to a category that earns a higher cashback rate,
effectively turning your saved money into a small earning stream.
Just be sure to avoid the temptation to sign up for new services just to chase rewards. The net effect should always be a reduction in overall spend. Finally, let's talk about the long-term vision.
Imagine looking back a year from now and seeing a substantial emergency fund, a travel bucket that's already funded, and an investment account that's begun to compound.
The peace of mind that comes from knowing you've eliminated unnecessary drains and redirected those resources toward
meaningful goals is priceless. It's not just about the dollars.
It's about the freedom to make choices without the constant whisper of hidden costs pulling you down. As you move forward, keep this mantra in mind. Spend intentionally, cancel ruthlessly, allocate purposefully. When you repeat it, it becomes a mental filter for every new subscription or recurring charge you encounter. Before you click subscribe, ask yourself whether the service truly adds value, whether you've budgeted for it, and what you'll do with the money if you decide against it. This simple pause can prevent future leaks before they even form.
I'm grateful you stuck with me through this deep dive.
If you found value in this method, let's keep the conversation going. Subscribe to the channel for more practical money management guides.
And feel free to ring the notification bell so you never miss a new tip. Your support not only helps the channel grow, but also fuels the creation of more content that can help you and others.
Break free from financial friction. Remember, the journey to financial clarity isn't a sprint. It's a series of small, deliberate steps.
You've already taken the first 3: detect, cancel, and allocate.
The next step is to make the weekly check-in a habit, to celebrate each win, and to keep refining your allocation map as your life evolves.
With each cycle, you'll find more room to breathe, more flexibility to pursue passions,
and a stronger foundation for whatever comes next. So go ahead, open that spreadsheet, copy the template from the description, and start filling in the services you've uncovered. Draft your cancellation script, make that call, and set up your first automated transfer. Then, place that visual reminder where you'll see it every day, and schedule a quick calendar alert for your weekly review.
In a matter of days, you'll feel the shift, a lighter bank statement, a clearer mind,
and a sense of control that's hard to describe, but impossible to ignore.
Thank you for watching, and until the next video, keep tracking, keep canceling,
and keep building the financial life you deserve.